Okay, so here we are with our third match of Sunday Night Fights, but it'll be the second one you guys are able to watch, and it's going to be me versus Demi, who we saw just pull that game away from the Patron Warrior with a basic mage deck. So yeah, like we know we're facing a basic mage deck and patron and druid. So obviously he's going to come out swinging with his druid here and try and steal up that win. And it's a pretty traditional druid deck. It's pretty standard. Nothing we haven't like seen so far in Hearthstone. And I've got my control warrior. So let's see how this works out for us. Okay. Now, I really think that we want to just sort of play this game, kind of like not so much just on a reaction-based level here, but we kind of know what to expect from the druid, and being that we're the control warrior, we don't really need to, like, go nuts here. I mean, like, what's he going to do, like, to her? Like, I mean, do we throw out the armor smith? We definitely don't need to load an axe yet. I mean, he's probably going to play Piloted Shredder on the next turn. So let's load the axe, because I'm going to bash the Piloted Shredder, and that's going to like sort of clear it out, and then I can use the axe to kill whatever's left over. And I can't imagine that Demi's got the stream open still. At least not for this, but there you go. So I guess we're going to play it like that. Take some armor. Play someone like Azure Drake here. Yeah, this is a pain because now like we need to make sure stuff dies, and we could have just had the Death Spy loaded by now. So yeah, how do we want to do it? Kind of slowed ourselves down by a turn. We do have 5 mana if we want to use it that way. So I think I'm going to do that. We're going to get rid of him. And it's just a bit of an inefficient way to play it. But we'll be alright. There's a little dragon in here? Is that why it's shaking? You let the dragons out? Look at this, no dragons. Just empty eggs. Oh my goodness. How bad are we going to run? There's one. Okay, cool. I don't know why this egg is shaking if there's no dragons in it. Don't make sense. He's innervating out at 3. Possibly just a 2. Ah, the Wrath. He's going to clear it. Alright, well that Fiery War Axe definitely screwed us up a little bit. I probably should have just swung in the face like early on with it, but I didn't think he was going to play. I forget that he was playing Spider Tanks, and I didn't think he was going to play a Spider Tank before Piloted Shredder. And see, there's the Piloted Shredder, which makes me think that Demi might actually still be watching the stream while we're playing here. So a little bit unfair, but that's alright, we'll live. Because, like, why wouldn't you play the Piloted Shredder on turn 4 when it's your turn 4? It plays perfectly on curve. It's exactly what you want to play. I suppose you didn't want to, like, throw it into the axe. seeing that I had already loaded it up. If this is his whole turn, this isn't too bad. Alright. So provided he doesn't drop like Whirling's Optimatic doesn't really worry me that much here. Bone Guard Lieutenant, not too bad. I mean, he's probably going to hero power this turn. But I'd really like to get out Sylvanas just so I can brawl away anything at this point, you know, and pick up whatever's left regardless. We'll see if he has the Keeper of the Grove here just to shut down the Sludgy right away. What are you thinking about? There's the Keeper. See, that's exactly what to expect. So we do know that he also has like the combos. So this is a problem because now we are pretty low on health. I just haven't like found like a lot of my armor yet. And I had to play, I guess, really funky against those things there. Okay, so I have an idea. I don't know if it's a good idea though. Let's see.
I have no time for games.
Like, I think I died a combo here. Oh, he's got the Ancient, so he's drawing. That's good news. What is he thinking about? What's he got left to do here? I mean, I suppose he could drop another Spider Tank. But I don't know really. I mean, there's no point in like Savage Roar just like knock me. Darnassus Aspirant. Okay.
Let none survive.
And away we go with the brawl. So what we really want is for like the Ancient of Lore to win. So then Sylvanas just takes it. But Sylvanas actually won the brawl. That is absolutely insane. We're not dead to combo on this next turn. So I think I need my axe loaded. And I think we need to use it. Because you see the cards I have in hand here, like, I actually have quite a few options. Like, the first thing he has to do is, like, kill Sylvanas, like, bottom line, or silence her, but then, you know, like, why don't you just kill her with your hero power? I guess he's worried maybe about me getting lethal, but I don't know. It's on 25, puts him at 20 health. I can only do, like, 14 damage on the next turn. But what I need to focus on here is, like, getting out of his lethal range. I'm not even going to bother right now because we have enough stuff in hand to like really keep us safe. So yeah, like this is actually going to happen anyway, just for clearance purposes. Considering what we hold in our hand, I think we're going to be okay. We're starting to like take the initiative back, take the momentum a little bit here. And as long as I stay like above 20 health, I'm in like pretty good shape. We haven't seen the Emperor yet. I don't know. I think we saw it in the last match. So well, maybe that was just for the warrior. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe there is no Emperor here. So yeah, like we don't have to worry about like double Savage Roar. Although you may have one innervate left. Not entirely sure. But as it stands, yeah, like with double Savage Roar makes 14 into 20. 22? Yeah, as long as it's above 22. And that's a Ancient of War. But this is my control warrior. We're just going to keep armoring up and putting on pressure as much as we can. So 24 health. Okay, so now we're definitely out of double Savage Roar range. And now we just got to kind of keep on top of whatever he throws out here at us just until we can sort of seal the deal. And I know I have another Shield Maiden. I got Rag. I got all sorts of options. That, though, could mean trouble. Okay, that actually worked out really, really well because now our hand effectively is empty. And we can't really be threatened that much. I mean, he might have a way to remove Gromish, you know, but he doesn't want to do it with his hero power, that's for sure. And that is the big game hunter.
I have no time for games.
And that is like the anti-like Deathwing card. And I actually could be dead to combo here. Because, yeah, that's like another 13. So there's 13 on top of 14, it's 27. I mean, we've only got 24 health, so combo kills us. And there it is. That's pretty unlucky. I just couldn't play like Deathwing against Sylvanas because he picks up Sylvanas and kills me. He picks up Deathwing from the Sylvanas death rattle anyway. So now basically we have to beat the mage deck with each of our decks. Control. How do we lose to that Druid there? That was very well played, sir. But yeah. It's gonna be the mage. Start with the priest against the mage.
You asked for it.
The light shall bring victory.
So I mean, we know what kind of cards we're going to be playing against here. Things like Bloodfin Raptors and stuff like that. What was the other one? Like the Acidic Swamp Ooze, Yetis we can't even deal with. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be down to like how well we draw early on. But since we have the first drop with the Northshire Cleric, we might actually be okay. I mean, I suppose he could coin out a Frostbolt here if he had it, but it looks like nothing of the sort. I would have taken another. I would have taken another one there. Another Power Word Shield. So off to the races, because now, like, I mean, we can't, like, just kill a Bloodfin Raptor with the Northshire Cleric, but we can, like, start getting rid of stuff. And we know he has things like Shattered Sun Cleric as well, so like there's like buffs in this deck, and there's Sengens. So I mean, I don't want to go too crazy with my pains, but I got to pick up some of my useful cards at some point. Wormrust Agent would be really nice right here. Put it that way. There's the ooze. Okay, so give me that Wormrest.
Right away. We must cleanse the Sunwell.
And that was what I was talking about. So now we're going to need to get rid of these, and that's probably going to happen, oh, you know, like the next turn or something. But he's going to drop a Yeti here. So, I mean, we're not, like, completely stopping. And in fact, like, we're going to take 7 damage plus the Yeti, like, the threat of the Yeti on the next turn. Could be Senjin. So it's actually not too bad. I think we want to limit the damage we're taking as much as possible. And the thing about these basic cards is that, like, you know, like the Yeti, the Senjin, stuff like that, they all have like higher health. Once you hit like the 4 drops. And maybe now it's going to be my turn to start fighting back. Well, that card's going to be useless because he's not going to have any legendaries in this deck. So here we go, the priest trying to hold it down, and I'm already like in a tough spot. Like, obviously Demi's doing really well, just applying pressure. Okay. So I think not really sure how I want to play this here. I mean, I suppose we can draw and see what happens, because, like, this doesn't fully challenge, that's the problem. And I kind of want to heal. Maybe that'll do it. Let's see if we get Flame Striked here. The thing is, we know he's got, like, 2 Flame Strikes and 2 Polymorphs, so, like, getting, like, Chill Maw Polymorph is going to be a bitch. Game Missiles, though, that one I can kind of deal with. Okay, well, there you go. There's some stuff. I mean, okay, like, how do we want to play this? 4. I can knock one out, heal myself a bit, but that doesn't do a lot. I mean, it does trade favorably with the Yeti, though, so maybe we should play it that way. Make him use, like, one of his decent spells, like, to remove it, otherwise. Let's see here. Okay, so he drew. That's pretty interesting. Like, what is he drawing to, though? Like, did he find something like a Frostbolt? I mean, what do we... I mean, he's got something in his hand here. I think he's debating over maybe using a Fireball. And there's a Fireball, okay. Alright, since we saw the Fireball, this should, like, make him use a Polymorph, you know? Like, that's kind of like we wanted to eke one out to get... So he's forced to use the other. We want to get those Polymorphs out before he gets a chance to take out any of my really good stuff. And that's nice, because, like, now I can, like, Holy Nova away the actual Yeti. Pretty sure I got another Holy Nova in here. I just threw this deck together before the tournament, like, 20 minutes before. I was like, okay, I want to play Dragon Priest tonight. Click, 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 click. That'll do. So, we'll see how it works out. But right now, Demi's got me on the back foot, just like he did, look at that, just like he did in the last game against Nightmare. This, though, a little bit easier to deal with. I can deal with this. Now, here's an interesting situation. Let's kill that. Let's kill that, and since we know he's not going to have any legendaries, let's put Rend out and see how he responds to Rend, because this is a lot of damage like available to me. It's just Rend doesn't have like great stats health-wise, so he's like easier to kill, but we saw the fireball, and there's a polymorph, and that's pretty much what I was hoping to get here. I wanted to see the polymorph because it kind of stops a lot of stuff happening. So we're going to throw out our boy now. I'm going to heal myself just in case something crazy happens. Let's do that. Hopefully he hasn't got the other poly ready to go. He's still in the first half of his deck, so like if he has the other poly, it just sucks to be me. Or the fireball. But at this point, you know, I'll take what I can get, and if he doesn't, then we have a really good chance, because we at least clear the ogre. Yeah, excellent. Okay, so that's both the Boulder Fist gone, which maybe he might have a Stormwind champion, but those are probably the biggest, generally the biggest creatures in his deck here. I think Stormwind might be in here, though. Okay, so there's a taunt. Now I don't actually have I don't actually have the Soul Priest in here that you were asking about, sir. But I do have Ysera. Yeah, this dragon deck, like I didn't put Soul Priest in here because I figured that you've got enough taunt in this deck that you don't actually need like the full-on board clear. Of the Akanai Soul Priest, because you're gonna basically have like Wormrest Argent and stuff like that, like coming out anyway. Wormrest Argent into like Twilight Guardian into Chillmaw. So like by that point, you should have enough momentum in the game that like you're not like so far behind and struggling. You know, you need to rely on the strength of your minions when you're playing like dragon decks. You can't be like super spell heavy, because the dragons should be strong enough to handle like pretty much everything. So yeah, this is gonna be kind of funny. And that should just about do it. I think even though we haven't really got much in our hand right here, I think that just the fact alone that Ysera's on the board should give me a pretty strong advantage here, unless he pulls his second poly. And so this is the problem with the basic deck, is that when you're playing decks that are like really like heavily powered like cards, like really strong cards, like eventually you will run out of steam. And I think that's it. Yeah, I think he's quitting here.
Well played.
Okay. Whew, pulled one back from basic mage. That was probably tougher than it needed to be. Yeah, and I think so now we have to win this with the Control Warrior versus the Mage. And I think I'm definitely going to be favored in this match. I just think none of his creatures are high enough power to deal with things like my Executes and Shield Slams and stuff like that. But you never know. I mean, he ran over that Patron Warrior. And what's he doing? Yeah, the match is 1-1 right now, Cad. We're just waiting for Kyle to like load up to go again now.
Geralt versus
Oh, that's why this was taking a minute. Okay, now I get what's going on, Cat. I was like confused for a minute, like as to how these matchups were working out, but I believe you now. I got it. I know what's going on. I was totally thinking in my head, like, how am I playing Demi after he won the first round? But that's right. I got to buy in the first round. Okay, it's all good. Look at this extremely high-end curve I've got going on right here. I'm gonna be lucky to get Despite out in time. And then, of course, those acidic swamp oozes. That's like definitely a problem. Is the oozes right here? Like we kind of want to see them come out, which I'm pretty sure he's going to be saving them, obviously. So it's going to be kind of a power struggle. Turn 1 missiles all up in my face. Those missiles in my grill. And we may be getting low on battery here, so I actually might have to relocate inside anyway soon. Although it's just getting nicer and nicer out here. You guys should be jealous. It's just like perfect. A little bit of a breeze, generally warm, but like nice cool breeze, like just chilling. Give me a boot. We want a boot. Oh, like I never get robot chicken. That's amazing. Look at that's like a robot chicken or something. Okay, so we get faced and then we get coin draw. And being that we're control warrior and we have nothing to control, we will just armor up. Don't let him know that we don't have cards we can play yet. Alright. So now he just wants me to like load Despite so he can ooze it. But I don't know what else I'm going to do here. Oh, yes, exactly. That's what we're going to do. We're going to just throw down right here. Start threatening him. Make him want to ooze it. And these are the new card backs as well that we're looking at from this previous season's bonus card back, but I haven't used it yet. I haven't really found like a deck that I really want to coordinate it with, if you will. Turn 5, I guess we're drawing. We're not going to make the same mistake we made last time. We're going to go ahead and just do some damage with that, so we don't get jammed up weapon-wise. And unless he removes this weaponsmith here, at least she trades with that gnomish. And look, like Demi's been drawing a ton. He had the arcane intellect and the gnomish engineer, so gnomish inventor. So yeah, I mean, like he's probably got plenty of options going on right here. He's actually drawing faster than I am at the moment. And my deck actually, even though I'm a control warrior with a reasonable amount of draw, probably not quite as reasonable as one might want in their control warrior. I think I've only got 4 cards that draw me a card now in this deck. But I mean, you're generally going to start slow enough that it doesn't really matter, you know. So, question is, do we get... Let's just do it like this. Now we can start making like a ton of armor, and that'll help us like weather the storm. He might just take her out with a Frostbolt here, but there's a chance he doesn't have a Frostbolt, and then she trades with the Yeti, you know. And then, of course... And there's the Frostbolt. Then, of course, though, we do have Dr. Flamestrike, so that should help as well. Double Yeti. Are you threatening me? And actually, I can take one out. So we're going to do that. Because we take the next one out on the next turn. He's probably going to have a Boulder Fist Ogre, but at this point, I can now play, like, Dr. 7. The ooze, you bastard. So I guess we go for max armor here. And I think I'm actually going to just push with Gromish on turn 10, like regardless of what happens. I just want to, each turn I play here, I want to be able to armor up on every turn, because 4 armor is like a big difference than just the 2 armor. And I mean, even, no matter what, you're facing a lot of pressure. We got big minions, but we have to get him to like you know, like stop removing them. He's got to actually do some trading here. There's like a little bit. I mean, Brawl would be pretty useful. Like, Gromish isn't even getting through Senji, that's the problem. So now is like a really good time for Dr. Boom anyway, but we're just taking a ton of damage. Next turn we're taking 13, 14 minimum. Hiya. And Gorehow's gonna help a lot. So, I mean, like, Fireball takes out Dr. Boom, essentially, Fireball and Hero Power. I don't know if he's going to want to polymorph it, because he's got to be aware that there's bigger stuff in my deck. I mean, he can totally just trade into Dr. Boom here, which looks like is what's going to happen. He might even Flame Strike. And it is a Flame Strike. So we hope that these bombs do some damage. Nowhere near enough damage. That is unreal. You would have hoped to at least take out the Raptor there. So, pretty salty about that. God, this is like a shit brawl now, too. I really don't like it. But we will be able to kill ogres. It's not the worst spot. It's not the worst. That could be annoying.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
I'm thinking I should probably put like Thoris in this deck so I'll be able to do like 2 of these on a turn and things, you know. Oh, that's like really useful though. We just want to keep armoring up and killing stuff as much as possible. And see, now Demi's starting to run out of cards. Now he might find another Arcane Intellect or something like that, but at this point, looks like we might start building up steam again. And we're going to get frozen, that's the problem. That's going to make it tough. I'm probably going to need to get Rag down on the next turn just to mop shit up here. And it looks like he's been holding back on those polymorphs too. There's one of them. And there's a Boulder Fist. And this is going to be a big problem here. Being frozen and not being able to Gorehowl into that Boulder Fist means I'm in danger. So this couldn't have been at a better time. And we need to armor up. And this is going to get pinged off on the next turn. So who do we need to punk? Guess that guy. And with no more brawls, we have our work cut out for us. It's just so funny how like you just throw together this like super basic deck, how like effective it's going to be. It's just a matter of like if I stay on top long enough here. The ooze. The freeze. 17, 2, 5, 11, 12. Execute's good. I think I executed the wrong one though.
I have no time for games.
And this thing, we haven't picked up like any of our shield slams, or like I need like armor up or something like that, you know. And what's he sitting on, a fireball? Grizzly. And this is rough because even if I armor up, I need to armor up for more than 2.
Let none survive.
Okay, so this is good because the Sludge Belcher will eat some more damage. And we need to go plug in because my computer's getting dead, it's telling me. Just move it in here and get that electricity going. Alright, crisis averted. Although maybe not on the board. Okay, so this is bad.
Let none survive.
Take the ogre. Take the ogre. Boom. Alright, that ought to do it. Woo! That was close. That's a little bit of Sylvanas RNG there. But he can't even do it right now with a fireball, right? Nope. He draws, let's see, fireball is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I'll go 14. I mean, it's so close. So sick, but we needed that ogre. Oh yeah, you're right, Cat. I should have attacked with Grom first, just to like narrow the odds of what I could pull. That frost elemental, that water elemental, that's huge. Yeah, that'll do it. That's got to be the game for us then. Like, we've taken out like all the biggest threats. He does polyrag. It's kind of a pain. But now we do start like, we totally stabilize here, and he's like out of cards. Cool, so Demi, good job, man, putting up like a hell of a fight with a very basic mage deck. Just crazy. I mean, obviously those oozes are tailored for things like warrior decks, but you know, like you didn't know about that. Like that just happened. It just happened to take down some warriors here. You definitely gave me a fight of my life in this one. But I think he's, yeah, I think he's about ready to throw in the towel here. Okay. Yeah, now we've thoroughly stabilized, so that'll do it. He's not going to be able to pull anything out of this deck. Maybe a flame strike. Another fireball. And he's fighting. He's fighting to the end. End is nigh. Out of cards, out of options, sir. Unlucky. Alright, so by the skin of our teeth, we managed to pull that one out. And I guess that puts me into the semifinals, I think? I'm not entirely sure. Cad's got this one tonight. Normally I do all that, but it looks like Cad's got it, so. And that'll do it. Go on, Demi, poke yourself. Poke yourself with a fireball. Oh, no fun. Alright, there we go. Unlucky, sir. Good showing in your first matches tonight, and hopefully we'll see you again. It looks like I think I'm moving on to the semifinals, but we'll get confirmation of that later. I'll see you guys in the next video.